Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you're back here, and if you're new, welcome. And I hope that in this video the lighting actually makes a difference. Like I think you can see me better than in the previous videos, right? Like I hope this finally fixes all of my problems. Like audio is already being fixed, and then I hope this fixes the lighting problem that I had. And from now on, my videos can have like better quality or something. I think it may actually be like too much light. Let me see if I can regulate it a little bit. Because oh my god, I'm going to go blind. Is that better? I don't know. I'm going to stop messing with it. I'll see when I edit this. So, what are we going to do today? As you've seen in the title, we are going to be choosing my March TBR with the help of my TBR jar, and I'm also going to do a really quick wrap up of my February reads since I didn't read that much in February. If you remember correctly, well, if you've seen my previous videos, then you know that I did a February TBR with like the same concept, the jar, and we ended up choosing 5 prompts, which gave us 15 books because I just like gather sagas as a whole. So if I chose the first book in a saga for one of the prompts, then I just chose the whole thing. And out of the 15 books that I chose, I ended up reading so far 6 this month. Maybe I'll read 7. I think it's 6. 2, then 3, then yeah, 6. And then maybe I'll read a 7th before the month is over, but the month ends today. So I don't know, I'm not so sure. It's a short book, but I haven't started it yet, so I don't know. I'll explain that in a bit. So yeah, I'm going to start with the wrap up of last month, and then I'm going to make it like pretty quick, and then we'll get to the March TBR, which is what I really want to do. So for February, I started by reading Daisy Hates, and oh my god, like just give Magnolia Park's universe a chance because oh my god, it's so good. It's so I really didn't think I was going to like it. I just picked up Magnolia Parks as a whim last month, in January, of course, because I needed something to read before Onyx Storm was released, and it was probably the best read of that month. Like, I'm not kidding you. And then I started the month by reading Daisy Hates, and that's also amazing. Like, Daisy's character, I love her so much, and her relationship with her brother, with Julian, it's oh my god, top tier, like really. And then, well, I also love her relationship with Christian, but I really liked the sibling aspect of Daisy Hates. And then the last read, actually, of this month was Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home, and I'm also obsessed with that one. I finished it last night, and I think I didn't cry because it was 2:30 a.m. by the time that I finished it, and my brain wasn't working at the time. But oh my, what was that last chapter? Like, it was all wrapping up so nice. And then that last chapter, like, what did she do to me there? Like, I think I'm going to cry so much once I get to Into the Dark, which is the last book. Oh my god. So, I mean, if you like intense characters and intense writing as well, but like really pretty, really poetic, like she explains r- things with like, I don't know, her writing, like the quotes that you find in those books, just pick them up and enjoy the ride. I don't think I've ever read a book in which I hate the characters so much and at the same time I want to protect them at all costs from all harm. Like if I were to meet them in real life, I don't know if I would strangle them or hack them or both at the same time. I don't know if I would scream to them out of love or out of rage, but I know that I would scream at them 100%. Like there's no one moment in those books where I'm indifferent at any character. I'm always either exasperated by them or enraged by them, or I'm crying over them, or I'm completely in love, or both of them, like everything at the same time. But at no point are you indifferent. You may be exasperated and you may hate them and you may have to, like, the people that don't like these books, I get why they don't like them, but it's the same reason that I love them. Like these characters, they're so frustrating. Like you really want to get in there and scream at them. Like I feel like if you like Rachel and Rose's relationship in Friends, you're gonna like Magnolia and BJ. It's kind of like the same thing, different font, but with the books is more intense. Like Magnolia and BJ are more intense than Rachel and Rose everywhere, and that's saying something. So yeah, like pick them up. And then after I read Daisy Hates, the next book, I'm going to go chronological order from here on until the end. So the next book that I read in the month was A House of Vein and Blood, which is the first part in a duology. I don't remember the name of the duology right now, but it's yeah, two books. And the first, and it's sold like it's you're what you know about it. What I knew about it is that it's romantasy inspired in Peaky Blinders, and I was like, say no more. I'm there. And the fact that it's a completely duology, like that's just an extra perk to it. And then it was meh. Like, it's not that it was bad. It's just that it wasn't anything special or anything original or anything that I haven't read before. And for me, Peaky Blinders was really original and special and unique. So I think I had like higher expectations because of what I was told it was, or I don't know. I really tried to like it because, I mean, I love Peaky Blinders, so anything that reminds me to that of that, I try my hardest to love. But it just wasn't hitting how I was expecting it to. It felt like it was a bunch of tropes all thrown in there in no particular order. Everything happened too quick for me. The plot twist I could see coming from a mile off, and I don't know. I haven't read the second, and I don't know if I will. Kind of, like part of me wants to read it just to finish the duology. It's one book. Like if it were a longer series, then I would DNF. But it's one book, so I don't know if I should give it a shot. But then at the same time, like life is too short to be reading books, and I have such a long TBR that I don't know if I really want to be prioritizing a book that I'm not that excited about when I could be reading something new, something else, something that I may enjoy. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted on that. So if you've read the duology and you can tell me if the second book is better than the first, then please do. And like if you can convince me to read the second, then please do. And then after that, I decided to pick up Darkmoor Penitentiary, which is the sequel to Zodiac Academy. And it's four books. So far, I've read three. After book number three, I couldn't wait to get back into the Magnolia Parks universe. So I decided to pick up that, and then I'll come back to the fourth. And I'm really liking it, but I have to say that out of the three completed series that make up this Zodiac universe, this one is the one that I'm liking the least. I'm liking it very much, but I think it's I don't know. If you could like, I don't know, the worst one out of the three series that are out there already published. But it's not bad, okay? It's just that, yeah, like go into it taking that into account, I think, because Zodiac, you can not compare anything to Zodiac, but then I do feel like the prequel had like a more complex plot, and the character development was, I don't know, So basically, the plot of Darkmoor Penitentiary is Rosalie, who we meet in both the prequel and Zodiac, is getting into prison because she wants to break out two inmates. One of them is Rory, which if you've read Ruthless Boys, then you know who he is. But he's basically the older brother of one of the main guys in Ruthless Boys, and she wants to break them out. And while she's in there, she also meets a guard that she really likes, and then another inmate, Ethan Shadowbrook, which again you meet in Ruthless Boys. You cannot read Dark Penitentiary without reading Ruthless Boys. You wouldn't get half of the references and half of what they are. You need to read Ruthless in order to read Darkmoor. And I don't know, it's reverse harem as Ruthless Boys was, and I do like that. That doesn't bother me, but I don't know. I think sometimes some relationships felt a little bit too insta lovey, and then the plot is really not that complex. So I don't know if it deserves four books. Like maybe it could have been a trilogy and make it quicker. But I am having the best time reading those. I love Zodiac. I love how the Twisted Sisters write. So I have no complaints on that front. Like I gave the first book 5 stars, and then the second and third I gave 4.5 and 3.5. No, 4.25 and 4.5 respectively. So I'm having the best time reading that. So no regrets. But just keep that in mind. And that's everything that I've read so far in February. I'm kind of hoping that I'll be able to finish and well, start and finish A Man Called Off today. I have not started it yet, and it's already the afternoon. It's, I don't know, 1:30 in the afternoon. But I have nothing to do I have nothing to do for the rest of the day. So I think since it's a shorter book, I'll be able to finish. I actually own it. It's here. Let me. Okay. So yeah, I do own it, and it's really, 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 really short. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to finish it. Plus, I'm listening to an audiobook, so maybe I could do some crochet, maybe, and then also finish that today. I don't know, but yeah, I'm hoping that I'll be able to at least finish this one today. And now for the fun part of this video, which is choosing papers, like little pieces of paper that are going to tell me what to read in March, or at least give me like an idea or a guide of what to read in March. I kind of also want to prioritize the books that I didn't get to during February out of the February TBR, so I think we are going to choose, I don't know, 3 or 4 pieces of paper today, and that's going to be it. So the first one is a book that begins with a vowel. A vowel? A vowel? Yeah, A, B, C, D. No, A, B, C, D, no. A, E, I, O, U. Oh my god, I think I've never said them in a row in English. That's a vowel, right? Yeah, right? I don't know, I'm not so sure right now. Okay, so, any fucking way. Book that begins with, yeah, either A, E, I, O, or U. What do I have? I mean, A Man Called Off. Kind of fixed. No, but I want to read A Man Called Off in February. So what do I have that actually... I don't know, let me look at my shelves real quick. Nothing there. Nothing here. Okay. I also have my book journal, and I have my ebook to help me know like what I have so far, but I'm going to check my book journal first. I have 3 pages that are just TBR pages. Oh, it's fantasy series 2 pages, and then another one is like regular series. But let me see what I have here. Okay, I know what I'm going to choose. Okay, that was pretty easy. Like the second series that is there, written there, Emily Wilde. The third book came out in February, I think, or it's coming out in March. I think it was February. I also have it. I have that written down here. Let me check. Yeah, it came out the 11th of February, so it's already a completed trilogy, and I really want to read it. And it's Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, and so it's like a double E, the Emily Wilde and the Encyclopedia. So it actually fits pretty well in here, and I want to read that with a friend. And we did say that we would do it in March, so it actually works out really well, doesn't it? So that's 3 books that we just added to the list because yeah. Okay, let's grab another one without looking. Okay. Ugh. Okay. A book that you really want to read, but you always end up picking another. Okay. This is a hard one actually. I don't think I have. Well, I have things off my shelf that I've been putting off reading, but it's not that I always want to read, but then end up choosing another. So if you're going by semantics here, I don't think I do own any books that fit that. So I'm going to again consult my book journal to see if I have any fantasy sagas here or whatever that I feel like I've been putting off. You know what I think would fit pretty well here is the fact that I've been meaning to reread some books for the longest time, but I always end up prioritizing reading something new. So I think a reread could really fit here, and I really want to reread some books. Like I've been thinking about it a lot recently. I actually considered making like rereading a rereading books blog or something like that, just so I would have an excuse to reread something. And the book that feel like I've been putting off the longest rereading is okay. There are like a couple of contestants. The first one would be The Song of Achilles. I actually bought this cover to reread it and annotate it because I have it already with this cover, and I annotated it with like really ugly paper post-its that are like a horrible shade of yellow. And I don't really love this cover either, but this is like the book that I read it in, so I'm attached to it. So I bought like the one that I think is the prettiest out of all of the editions of like the paperback editions of The Song of Achilles to annotate it properly. So I think this is like the one that I've been putting off for the longest because I bought it last year and I still haven't done the reread. But there are also like a couple books that I want to reread, especially in March, because it's like especially the one that I'm thinking the most of recently is this one, The Sunshine Court by Nora Sakavik, which is part of the All of the Game series. Because the second book to this, well, this universe is basically made up of two trilogies. The first one is completed, and then the second one is being released now. This one came out last year, and then the second one to this new trilogy, although it's the fifth one overall, came out at the end of February. So I really want to at least reread this one before I read the newest one. Ideally, I would like to reread it all, but I don't know because that's like 4 books, and as I said, like I've been prioritizing reading new things over rereading like things that I've already read. But at least this one I want to reread. So maybe we could do this one. And then the last one that I have in this category, but I don't think I'm going to be choosing this one, but I'm just going to show it to you. It's Six of Crows in Italian. Every year since I read Six of Crows for the first time in 2020, I've reread Six of Crows. And last year, in 2024, I didn't because I started it in Italian and then I stopped because it was like getting too much. But I want to give it a third chance. Like I really want to reread this in Italian, but I do think I have some papers in there that say a book in Italian. So if I'm not going to choose that one, like this one, for the book that I've been putting off reading for this reason, although it's true. I put it off for the longest time and then I picked it up in December and I decided to put it down to read something else for a while and then I never came back to it and we're already in March. So this would fit pretty good. But I do have another 2 books that fit pretty nicely in this category and I'm going to pick one of these two. So I don't know. I think we're going to go with the Song of Achilles because I do think I need to make like a conscious effort to reread the Song of Achilles. So far we have 4 books, right? Okay, that's not too bad. Maybe we'll choose, I don't know, 5? I don't know, let's see. So the next paper here says book from my physical TBR. When I wrote this, I had a man called off in mind. I'm not going to lie to you. And I don't really have that as an option anymore. So, what could we choose? What do I have in my physical TBR? I don't remember right now. The thing is, I did a pretty good job last year of finishing my physical TBR, so I think I only have like 5 books in here that I haven't read. And we just need to find them. Okay. I have here another book in Italian, which is The House on the Cerulean Sea. In Italian, La Casa sul Mare Celeste. Thing is, I have not read this yet because it's in Italian and I have not read it before. So this wouldn't be a reread. This is like the only book that I own in Italian that I haven't read in another language, well, in English first. So I think we're going to do this one and I'm going to try it in Italian. But if I feel like it's too much and I'm not understanding anything, I'll get it on my Kindle and I'll read it in English. But we are going to choose this one because I've been putting it off as well for, like, I bought it last year, at the beginning of last year, and yeah, so I think we need to actually try to read that one and stop being a scared little bitch. Okay, next little piece of paper. Okay, a reread. Oh my god, okay. Oh, I didn't know that I had that written down there. I wrote this like in January. I forgot what it said. Okay, a reread. Okay, okay. I know what I'm doing. Okay, The Sunshine Court, 100%. Like, yeah. Like, do I need to explain this? No, right? Like, I've already talked about this. And maybe the whole thing. Like, maybe the whole all for the game universe, but at least the Sunshine Court, because I really want to read the how is the newest one being called, the Raven something, the I have it written down here, the Golden Raven. So yeah, I 100% want to read the Golden Raven as soon as possible. So okay, so far, how many books have we chosen so far? We've chosen Emily Wilde, which is 3 books, and then Okay, so that's 3. And then we did The Song of Achilles, which would be 4 books, and then The House in the Cerulean Sea, which would make it 5 books. This is actually being like a pretty reasonable TBR, right? And then we did The Sunshine Court, which is at least 2 books. This one and the newest one. So that would make it 7 books that I have on my TBR. Should we do like the last one? Plus, I only have like 3 pieces of paper still here, so let's do 5. Okay. The last prompt here is continue a series. Okay, this is amazing. This is great. This is great. This is great because I already know what I'm going to tell. Like, I already know. I'm going to 100% be continuing Magnolia Parks. Like, are you kidding? Like, it's not even a question. Like, this was 100% going to be read in, going to be continued in March, whatever happened. Like, it's just facts. So the fact that it's actually on my TBR now and it's not cheating, then it's amazing. So yeah, 100% Magnolia Parks. 100%, like 1,000% Magnolia Parks. Okay, this is good. So, and there are actually like a lot of books that I can physically show you. Actually, do this. Like, this is a pretty nice stack of books, isn't it? Ugh. Okay. A quick countdown. We chose a book that begins with a vowel, and I chose Emily Henry. And then we picked a book that I've been putting off reading and picking other things instead, and I chose The Song of Achilles. And then we got a book from my physical TBR, and I chose The House on the Cerulean Sea. Then we got a reread, and I chose The Sunshine Court. And finally, we had to continue a series, and I'm going to be continuing Magnolia Parks. And it's amazing how these turn out. I'm so happy with this month TBR. I think I'm 100% going to complete it or die trying. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and everything else that you're supposed to do. And I'll see you all guys in the next one. Bye.